Anime isn't a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle. um, hey guys, welcome back to another tier list. I'm Wes. I like Naruto and anime a lot, so we're gonna do a tier list. I have seen, to put it in perspective, I've seen Naruto all the way through twice now. One time I watched it subbed, and then I watched it dubbed with my wife, all the way through, and it was better a second time. It's probably my favorite anime or close to it. So I'm going to do a all characters tier list based off of if I like what I think about them. I will warn you, there's probably going to be spoilers, so take that for a grain of salt. If you don't want to know, maybe not watch this one or come back when you're done with Naruto. I got my Naruto hat on to fit the occasion. Now, here's the one thing with this. I don't know if I'm going to know all their names. So you're going to have to bear with me on some of them just because either they're not memorable or, yeah, we'll just see. So, starting off, third Hokage. They have these rated on, I think, strength. I'm not really going to do that. His character is okay. I don't really care too much about him. I think his moves are okay. He's definitely strong. He had a lot to do with the story, but I just don't really care. Dario, I think that's his name. And I didn't put these in order. These just came in whatever order they were. I could really care less about him too. I don't think he's not prominent to the story. He's there sometimes. He looks cool, I guess. Like, yeah, I could care less. All right, we're starting off strong. Mike guy, S tier. Oh, God tier, whatever tier you want to call it. Not only is he low key one of the best stories, because he had to really push to be worth a shit. But Eight Gates, my guy, was this close to single-handedly taking care of Madara. This close. He missed by that much. He's one of my favorite characters. I think if you're watching the show concurrently and you didn't understand my guy, you would think he's like a really weird character. But when you see he's ready to sacrifice himself for the better, and he like just about saves the whole day single-handedly, skyrockets. Asuma, one of the sadder deaths in this show. I think him as a character is pretty good. He's not, I don't think he's that strong. His death scene and the repercussions of it were really sad. And I think that the interactions he had with Shikamaru were some of the best in the story. Him, though, personally, I don't think I can give him any better than a decent. Choji, I mean, he's the fat kid, right? So I should probably rank him higher because we have things in common. I don't really care for Choji's character. I think that they just played on that a little too much. I mean, it's whatever. Probably there. Danzo. So here's the thing about Danzo. Danzo's a dickbag. But Danzo's good at being a dickbag. He managed to maneuver his way politically into power, and once he does the reveal of what's going on with his bandages and shit, it's kind of crazy. Some of it, there's plot holes in it, and some of it like is a little weird, but overall I think it's kind of cool. I'm not a big fan of his character overall, but I like him in the plot. Definitely decent. Deidara Senpai. What's really weird about Deidara is the differences between the sub and dub. Sub Deidara, I hate. I thought he was very annoying and probably one of the worst characters. Dubbed Deidara was kind of cool. So I don't know where it got lost in translation. They made him way cooler in dub. But in the big scheme of things, I don't think he's anywhere more than decent. I just don't. Gaara. Gaara's... We're going to change these. SS, S, A, B, C, D, F. And then... Oops. Who? I don't think there's anyone I won't know. Gaara's S tier. The changes he had as a character from childhood to teen to adult might be one of the best glow ups. He went from being a villain and hating everyone, totally justified by the way, couldn't trust anyone in his clan, family hated him, his dad tried to murder him, to being the leader and one of the best leaders in the show and one of the best leaders during the war. Gar is one of the best characters in the show, hands down. The Sage of the Six Paths. Obviously, important-wise, he's very important. And obviously, if we were ranking on power, he would probably be SS tier. But the character himself and his involvement, I mean, he doesn't show up until pretty much the end of the show, and you really don't get a ton with him. But what you do is super important. I'm put him decent, probably better, or put him at a B. It's more important than Donzo, obviously. More interesting than, yeah, we'll put him in A. I forget his name. He was on the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist, right? The story is really good and sad. We're gonna put that B. The Salamander dude. Whatever. I don't really care. Our boy. One of the best characters in the show. I was blown away when they introduced him finally with how funny he is. And then you get the backstory and you realize he genuinely was just a good dude. And he wanted the best. He wanted the best for Madara. He wanted the best for the clans and the village and the people. But humans are pieces of shit. Alright, I don't remember his name. The dude with the summons and he would stab himself, some weird religious shit. Not my favorite character. Probably B. I might be changing this too now that I changed it. Donzo's C. Asuma's A. Datara's A. Kage's C. Choji's C. Is it Hino? Is that his name? I can't remember. Good old Hinata. The Bay of 1,000 Bays. Her character's interesting, right? Her moves are great. The Bakugan's pretty cool. Her story's cool with Neji and stuff. And her absolute desire for Naruto is one all men wish they could find in a woman. With that being said, I think she's a B-list character, but she's very prominent. No, I'm lying. I'm lying to you guys. The moment, you all know that moment, when Naruto shows up in Sage mode, looking like the most pipe-hitting motherfucker that's ever existed, starts fighting Pain, gets caught. She didn't hesitate. That makes her an A character. Ino, I mean, whatever, I guess. Similar to Choji. I didn't really care much about her. Her moves are okay. They're important in the war, I guess. I forget this character's name. He was very prominent in Naruto's story, but as a whole, I put him next to Asuma. Oh, we're getting into some fucking heavy hitters here. Okay, Itachi, best character in the show. My personal favorite character in the whole show. When you watch Naruto, the goal is Itachi, especially for Sasuke. He's the villain. And all the way up to when Sasuke fights him, which is one of the best moments in the show, and the first like 15 minutes, Itachi's just putting him under the, was it the Mangekyo Sharingan? I get the eyes mixed up too, because, you know, if you watch Naruto, you know. That whole scene is fantastic. And then when the truth comes out and you realize who Itachi really is and you realize the story that they're telling, it is one of the best stories told in cinema, in my eyes, in my personal opinion, and one of the best character developments across the board. Jiraiya. You can't not love him. You know, it's he's got the comic relief, but he plays such a huge role in the story. And I would say arguably one of the saddest deaths, if not the saddest deaths, in the whole show. Fantastic. One of the best. One of the best characters for sure. Obito. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm starting to realize that they're doing this based off of power. I'm just going to do this based off of what I like, if I like him or not. Obito. Definitely one of the best characters in the show. I think that when you're watching Naruto and Toby shows up, you would be hard-pressed to try and figure out who he is. And if you did, kudos to you. Because I thought that plot twist was one of the best plot twists ever made. And I think that even though I feel like he flip-flopped a little too easy near the end to a good guy, I think that his character development is fantastic. And I totally understand why he would think the way that he thinks after seeing Kakashi kill Rin. Totally understandable. This guy, he talks to birds and stuff. He's kind of forgettable. Doesn't really do much with the story. D tier. Kabuto. Man, if there is a dick bag amongst dick bags, it's probably him. However, as far as character development and interesting shit goes, he's definitely a B tier. I think that he brings a lot to... You know what? He's an A tier. He brings a lot to the show. He's very interesting. It's awesome. Wow, why can't I remember her name? The final boss. Why can't I think of her name? Holy shit. That's what happens when you do stuff on the spot and you just don't research. Listen, her moves are super cool, but I am not a fan. Okay, my biggest hate or critique of Naruto is not stopping after Madara. I know that there was still more to tell, but I feel like Madara was the perfect villain, and then they gave us... Holy crap. I'm going to find her name. Give me 1 second. It's like I'm... Yeah, Kaguya. Jesus. Okay. I get why we had to do it, and I like a lot of the build-up to fighting her, but I think her character as a whole, kind of forgettable. But she's so important. Okay, the one thing that's not forgettable is everything with Zetsu in her. Super cool. I like that part. I like that Zetsu has actually been running the show the whole time, but you don't realize it. That's awesome. Her personally, obviously, if we were doing strength, she's S tier, SS tier. But as far as character goes, BC tier, I guess. The Mizukage, I don't, wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan of the whole weird, creepy, I missed my marriage opportunity, weird stuff. Not a fan. Kakashi, SS tier. I personally would put Kakashi second best character in the show. His character development is fantastic. His family, like with his dad, is tragic. Him being one of the best ninjas as a child, joining the Black Ops, just being an overall badass. He's feared, he's strong, he's funny. He's literally one of the best characters in the show. Probably the second best character in the show. This dude, weird tentacle slash Studio Ghibli guy. C. Didn't really care. Crazy Sasuke fangirl. F. Didn't care for a character. What's his name? Dude with the dog. The dog would be a higher than he is. He's the worst character in the show. Sasuke. Oh, man. I don't like Sasuke's story. I don't like the revenge aspect, even though I get it, right? Someone killed your family, you're going to go get revenge. It was the lack of maturity, and then it was the I'm going to become Hokage and change everything. I'm going to pretend like I still don't love Sakura and that Naruto isn't my friend. And I'm going to just try and do this alone. I just really not a fan of it. But it's Sasuke. Without Sasuke, there's no show. Killer B, great character. Lots of fun. He's A tier for sure. I don't know who that is. Fish Boy. He's B tier. He's cool. I like his character. I like that he was friends with Tachi. Like this weird like friendship. Great character. Kaguya? No. Konan? Yeah, Konan. Her character is really interesting. She loved Pain or loved the guy who was with Nagato and her. I don't remember his name. I really liked her character development, and I really don't think that she was a bad guy. Even though she was rolling with the Akatsuki, I don't think that she necessarily was bad. I think that she was just in love. I would probably put her highest on the B tier. I think this is Homeboy's Naruto's friend who's younger, but I think that's a picture of him and Boruto. D. Thought he was funny in the show, but didn't really care. Now I haven't watched Boruto yet, so take that for a grain of salt. Puppet Boy. Yeah, D. This lady, I don't really remember her name, but her story is okay. D. Madara, probably one of the best villains to ever exist. And when you hear his story, you kind of understand where he's coming from, which makes him obviously one of the best characters. I think that Madara is just the perfect villain. He has a justification for what he's doing. In his head, he thinks it's what's best. He has immense strength. Every time Madara's on the screen, it's captivating. It's just one of the best characters ever made. We already did my guy. Minato. Minato is definitely A tier. The moments with Minato and Naruto are one of the best parts of the show. His sacrifice was sad when he fucking rocked Obito, or yeah, Obito, when he released the 10 tails was, or excuse me, the 9 tails was just spicy. Great character. Love it. Put him in A tier. Obviously, Naruto's S tier. We're going to do this right here. We might end up dropping my guy to S tier. Tachi, Kakashi, Madara, Naruto, Jiraiya. My guy. Yeah, I like that right there. I mean, there's not anything to dislike about Naruto. I know that people who don't watch anime think that Naruto's cringe, but once you actually get into the show, it's phenomenal. Neji's a good character. Solid C list character. Nothing great. Tragic. Toby. I'm not going to rate Toby because he's Obito. We already did Sasuke, already did him. Already did Madara. So yeah, this is a list based off of power because they put different people's modes. The old guy. He's a solid B-list character. He's great. When he shows up, it's good character development. He's kind of fun. Orochimaru. However he says his name. I think he's an S tier character. I might get a lot of hate for that. But he was prominent from the start of the show to the end. And you really don't know what he is doing, ever. If there was a rank mystery, he's definitely the most mysterious character. Does he want power? Does he want fame? Does he want good? Does he want bad? Yeah. I don't know. I still don't know. I watched the show twice all the way through. And Orochimaru is still an anomaly. I don't know. Maybe you get more of him in Boruto. I like Orochimaru's character a whole bunch. And I think the character development that he brings to the table is one of the best in the shows. Pain. S tier. Second best villain in the show. Maybe even the best villain in the show. Everything he does is fantastic. The mystery around what pain is great. When you find out what pain is, you're like, holy shit, that this is wild. I can't say, you know what? Better than Madara. Pain is the best villain in Naruto. For sure. It's insane. Everything that arc has in it is the best part of the show. Already did Naruto. This is the Reikage side. Sure. He's cool, I guess. Rock Lee. I like Rock Lee. I like Rock Lee even though I think they said that he's never won a fight. And I think that even though he tries, anytime he's on the screen, I enjoy it. Sigh makes me want to sigh. Not a fan. We're going to put Lizard Man down here. He should not be on that list. Sigh's, I like Sigh's moves, but I don't really. Sorry, I keep moving him up when I see who he's next to. But I like the rest of it, I don't care. Okay, let's talk. Let's have a 1-to-1 here. Sakura. This is so difficult. I want to immediately say trash. That's the meme, right? Her character is very annoying. People say she's useless, but she's not. But she kind of is. And she causes a lot of problems. But she's not. Oh, fuck. I'm not a fan of Sakura. I'm not a fan of loving the bad guy because it's cool like she does. But she holds on and gets him in the end. She does save Naruto's life at a very important part of the show, and her medical ninjutsu is the best, and she does get um, Lady Tsunada's powers. So there's that. I can't not put her in B tier, but yeah, I'm just gonna put her there. I think that's fair and true. She's not on an A tier list, and neither is Hinata. Let's be honest here. Hinata should be somewhere in here, like there, and I'm gonna move him down here. Okay, I'm liking that more. Puppet Dude, not a fan. Didn't care about the story. Sad that his parents died, whatever. Shikamaru, A tier character for sure. Anytime Shikamaru is doing shit, it's just cool. His moves are cool. His backstory is cool. He's a mood, honestly. You don't give a fuck, but he's gonna get the job done. Like I love it. Love Shikamaru. Bug Dude. Bug Dude can be a C tier. Shishori. No, is that his name? No. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. I pronounced that kind of right. You don't get a lot about him, and that's kind of cool, but it's not enough to really give him a high rating. All we know is he was a badass, and his eyes were super strong, but we don't know much more than that. I would keep him in C. Maybe like there for me. Waterfish Dude, I actually kind of dig him. I'd probably put him in a C, a high C. He's pretty cool. He's a weird character, but I like anytime he's talking because he's just kind of a shit. I don't remember her name. She's whatever. Tintin, whatever. Just didn't give him enough character. Tobirama. Tobirama's a good character for bad reasons. He's kind of a piece of shit, but I think when he comes back, he realizes his. Where are we gonna put him? Yeah, it seems about right. I think he kind of realizes his flaws of being a piece of shit. Lady Tsunade is definitely a up there character, probably somewhere around here. I put those two together for double D reasons. Just kidding. No, Lady Tsunade is a good character, lots of development. I like everything that she does. I think that she brings a lot to the story. What was his name? Wood style user. He's pretty cool. Yeah, I think he's like a low B tier. I'm gonna put Rock Lee down and see. Not Zetsu, the Seven Blades guy. I get why everyone really loves that part of the story, but not really my favorite. Zetsu. God, Zetsu's a tough one to rate. Like, when you find out everything, it makes Zetsu's character kind of cool. And obviously, he's super prominent in everything that's going on, but it's not like in your face. God, I don't know. I feel like if I have Kaguya at B, I have to have Zetsu at B. Let's see how I like this. SS. Yes. Yes. I think Jiraiya can be in S or SS. I don't know which one. A tier. Yeah. I'm kind of not thinking those two deserve to be there. Actually, I don't know if those three deserve to be there. because he really doesn't like. I would put him like right there actually. Killer Bee, Kabuto. Yeah, that's fine. This looks good. Yeah. C-list. Dongo. Yeah, that seems right. D-list. Not really a fan of any of those characters. I can't put her in that list because I thought that she was fine. F tier, yeah. I don't know who this is. And these are just rehashes because it's power. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that that's pretty on. If I were to do based off power, this would be a whole different list. And if you guys like it, maybe I'll do that. But and looking at the community is not relevant because this is based off of power, I believe. So I'm not gonna worry about that. But let me know what you guys think. This one was really tough to do because like I see shit like, would I really have Neji below like these two guys? I don't know. Maybe not. It's a tough one to do, but I know at least from here up, I agree with. Maybe not in the particular order that it's. Yeah, probably in the order that it's in. There's a couple things that I could shift around and still be happy with, but Itachi's best, Kakashi, Pain, Madara, Naruto, Jiraiya. That's for sure my top 6 favorite. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have a video above that you might be interested in, a playlist, and then subscribe. Otherwise, Naruto will come back and ruin the series somehow. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.